Hey, Walter here, and welcome to another convention setup video. Check out the other videos I've done and make sure you sub if you want to check out future videos. So today we're going to be talking about all of the things I use and I bring to conventions. Same things that you might want to use and bring to conventions. So first up is my portfolio. This is a 11 by 17 portfolio. It's huge, it takes up a lot of room. I'm thinking about switching to a 9 by 12 portfolio. It's much smaller, it would take up a lot less room. Like these are 9 by 12s and you can see how much smaller they are. Of course that would give me a problem because of the prints. So we'll have to figure that out. And then right here is a tabletop drafting table. This is just something I had lying around that I used for drawing, but I was like, you know what, this might be a good way to prop up my portfolio. So basically did that, and then these are just random pieces of paper. And then I have my email list, and this is just on a regular clipboard. So I have a few sheets of email list in here, and that is kind of what it looks like, if you can see that. And that's kind of what I look like. And I basically tell people if they sign up for the email list, they get a free bookmark. It's not much, but it's something. I also keep my business cards behind my table because people like to come and just snag them for no reason. I'm like, hey man, that cost me 50 cents. So unless they ask me for a card, I will hide them. Sometimes I will give them some Hacksaw Webtoon postcards when they ask me for a business card if I think that they don't really care about my business card and they're just asking me for no reason. I don't know why, but it's a thing. And then over here are my books. So like I mentioned in another video, these are new. It's just a foam artboard that I cut into a triangle. It's just Scotch tape holding it all together. Which sounds really weak, but it's actually pretty sturdy. And then I have my reader coffee up front, and I use these book stands to hold them up. They work really well because they fold flat, and they're light, and they're easy to pack really tight and bring a few of them. I'll post a link to all of this stuff so you can find it online. And then behind the books are just a bunch of other books. And those are the ones I tend to sell to people. And then of course you see my banners in the back. I'll give you a link to the place I buy my banners from, so you'll be able to find them there. And then right here is my tablecloth. I bring this tablecloth. Most conventions will have a cloth on the table they give you already, unless it's a very small con. So they'll have a table skirt on it already. But I like to bring my own because it kind of makes like a cohesive vision of my table, or something artsy like that. The other added benefit of bringing your own tablecloth is at the end of the night, you can put all of your stuff flat on the table. So I would put the tabletop down, I would just, lay these down flat, and then I can take this and put it on top of my stuff. Thievery isn't a huge thing at conventions at night because most people are leaving and they're too tired to steal anything. But you want to make it just a little bit harder, why not? And then, of course, the con should have a skirt underneath the table so people can't see the stuff under the table. And then the thing will be over the top. So this cloth is a 8-foot by 2-foot tablecloth. And it usually works with every single convention table I've ever been at. So, and then in the back we have my 2 banners. I'll link the banner store I use to get those. Those things are really awesome. They're eye-grabbing if you have a good graphic. Just pay attention to how much you see of my banner so you don't want too much information at the bottom of the banner. So that's the table setup. Now I bring a whole bunch of other stuff with me. So the first thing I bring, which has been a huge lifesaver, I highly recommend you get this thing. Like I said, I'll post a link to it, but it is basically like a dolly, like a rolling table. But if you check this thing out, it's about 17 pounds. It's not huge, but it can carry like 300 pounds of books. And the best thing about it is the fact that it folds flat like this. So you can put it in a suitcase, you can put it in your car, you could even check it in at the airport And it's like super simple. Like you got these clips right here, you loosen them, and then you just, and there you go. The cart is made. And it's just as easy to like fold it flat if you wanted to do that. Yeah, and there you go, it's flat. So this thing's awesome, super sturdy, takes up a little bit of room, so that thing I highly, highly recommend. The other thing I got is this huge duffel bag. And the reason I got this is for these banners back here. They fold down pretty small and they go into their own little carrying bag. But if I wanted to bring 2 banners with me on an air flight, I would have to check in 2 bags. But I can fit both of them into this giant duffel bag, and now it is only 1 check bag. So I'm saving money there, plus I can throw my clothes in here or whatever else that I'm not too worried about getting smashed by the banners. The other thing I bring is this, which is a standing mat, a cushy standing mat. They usually sell these for like the kitchen because people are standing a long time. But at conventions, you're going to be standing a long time too. So getting one of these will save your feet. Standing on concrete all day sucks. All day for 3 days, actually. All right, so let's see. What else do we got? I think that's pretty much everything. Bring a hoodie with you because I get freaking cold at conventions. It can get really cold in a convention. Now, when you first go into a convention and it's setup time, it's going to be really hot because the loading docks are open, and most places won't run the AC when the loading docks are open. So it usually takes a few hours for it to cool down. But once it cools down, it gets cold, or at least I get cold. I'm a baby when it comes to cold. I live in Florida, so you know, if the temperature gets into the low 70s, I get a little shiver. So I think that is all the stuff I bring with me. The cart is the big thing. Of course, I bring books and stuff, like stuff I'm gonna sell, but hopefully that's obvious. I have a little money pouch that I use for my money, so it's small and tight, and it's easy to bring with me when I go back home or back to the hotel. Of course, you want a Square reader, which is just go to squareup.com and get us so you can get charge credit cards and stuff like that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. If you think of something that you like to bring to conventions, or if you have some idea about my setup, I would love to hear them in the comments. Please leave them. Until next time, be sure to like, link, love, hug, and sub for more sweet, sweet goodness. Peace.